Here's a quick overview for preparing your countertops with the CrystalTop finish process. First thing we're going to do is wash the countertops. Second, we'll remove the caulking if necessary. Number 3, we're going to sand the countertops. 4, we're going to wipe down the countertops. Number 5, we're going to apply the caulking if necessary. Number 6, we're going to apply blue tape. And then 7, finally, we will apply the tape and drape. Once you've washed down their countertops with just dishwashing soap and water, if you have any caulking between the backsplash and the countertop, you're going to want to remove that. You can use a all-in-one tool or a flathead screwdriver. Want to remove that completely. Next, you're going to completely sand the countertop using your sanding block that is included in the kit. Now that you've completely sanded your countertops, you're going to want to wipe down the countertops with your microfiber cloth that's included in the CrystalTop kit. If you do need to caulk, I do recommend White Lightning 3006. It's quick dry. You can find it in any local hardware store, and it is very crack resistant. You're going to want to apply a very thin bead of caulk. So make sure that you cut the tip very small so that you get just a thin bead going down. And once I do that, I like to just wet my finger and then pull it across and make it pushed in and smooth it out. Wipe off any excess on a paper towel. And there you go. Now we're ready to tape. This will give, if you do need to caulk, if you do this right away and then you do your taping and everything else, by the time you're ready to do your coloration process, this will already be dry and ready to go. Now that I've got the countertop lightly sanded, wiped down, if you need to caulk, it's already been caulked. Now we're going to do the taping process. The blue tape is included with the CrystalTop finish kit. And so basically what I'm going to do is tape all the wall areas that I don't want to get the coloration on. And you see I've taped it down a little bit lower. I want to make sure that when I'm coloring I don't get anything on the walls, so I always put a spot right here underneath just to make sure that it's protected. In the kit I've included this blue tape, and it is way more than what you need, so don't worry about if you're thinking you might be using too much tape. And for those of you that may be a little bit messier, sometimes like me, a lot of times, or all the time, I always double it. So that's giving me almost 4 inches of protection above the countertop. So I don't have to worry about getting anything on the walls. Now, if you're not removing the sink, you're going to want to tape up around the sink. Use the blue tape to cover that area. Just remember, you're going to want to get around the edges right up where it goes against that. We're going to remove that later on and make sure that we covered the edges completely with the coloration process and not gotten anything on the sink. Another area of the tape is above the dishwasher, the top of it. That way we make sure that we protect that. Sometimes the tape and drape does not cover that area. Now the last step is going to be putting the tape and drape. This is actually going to tape this to the bottom, right below where the countertop is, and it's going to protect the cabinets here and the flooring as well. So I'm going to do that, and that's included in the kit. I also have a razor blade that's included in the kit, and you can actually cut it with this, but actually I just prefer a pair of scissors to cut that. So I'm going to take that there and show you exactly what to do on that. Now there's 2 ways to do this. You could cut it right here if you want. Just leave yourself a little extra space and just cut it. And then drape this down like this. And what that's going to do is on this corner, if I do it straight across, you're going to have nothing to protect this area. So this will actually give you a little more space this way. And then I'm going to leave that like that. And then I'm going to go back over on the other edge and do it and come straight across. And do the same thing. Extend it out a little bit. hang down just a little bit. See how I came across here? Now I'm going to take this and tape and cover over that area. Just go along the bottom. And I'm extending this out. This just gives me a little extra protection that way. And then once you have that, then it's just a matter of pulling the, I always hold the tape and then grab that and start getting it and pulling it down. And this should go all the way to the floor and actually protect the floor as well.
I showed you earlier where I taped the top of the dishwasher. This shows you now where I can just run straight across the tape and drape and still have protection of the dishwasher top.
Here's a quick tip. If you are going to use your stove as a table, I recommend putting some of that tape and drape over across it. I just tape it right here, pull it across. It gives it a protective layer, so that way you can feel comfortable putting stuff down on your stovetop and not hurting the stovetop.
The complete preparation process should take about 1 to 2 hours.
Here is a quick view of the finished process of the preparation of the countertop. We've got the taping, got the masking, sanded, and this is what everything should look like. And you're ready to move on to the coloration process.